On this episode of the Virtual Press Box, I am joined by my dad, who is a lifelong Knicks fan. I want to hear his insight on how he feels as a Knicks fan. And then later on in the episode, I am joined by Griffin Fountain as we talk the NBA Finals. And then the Gimme Five of the day of this episode is five of the worst contracts in all of sports.
That's right. When it's time to pay the bills around the Virtual Press Box office, it always comes back to W Energy Drink and their patented jitter-free formula. We've tasted it numerous times. They have so many different flavors to choose from. My personal favorite is the Tiger's Blood, but again, find your own. That's what W Energy is all about, finding what works for you. No matter what flavor you go with, if you do a trial pack, they come with their own shaker cup. But when you get to checkout, the main thing is use our discount code to get 10% off. That's VPB2023. That's for the Virtual Press Box, and you will not be disappointed.
Welcome back to the Virtual Press Box. I'm your host, Ricky Ramos, and this week I'm joined by my dad, Rick Ramos. Dad, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm good. So it's been, about half a week since your Knicks won. They haven't won your fandom. They haven't won since 73 until now. So, how are you viewing that?
I'm on cloud nine still.
I bet. It's always great for a team that you've been cheering for like that. Me and you as Mets fans, you raised me as a Met fan. We dream of, sharing a moment like that together. So 2015 was the closest we got. And then, 2016 we made the playoffs, we got bounced in the wild card game. And then 2022, the Mets have 101 wins. We're like, oh my God, we're untouchable. We can't even win the division. And, we get ousted in the first round. Here you are raising your first championship as a Knicks fan. Just now.
Yep. I've been through a lot of lean years with the Knicks. Started rooting for them probably back in '87 when we got Ewing. And, all the trials and tribulations through the 90s. Okay. The bad boys, the Celtics, and the Chicago Bulls, led by Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant, and a role player by the name of Michael Jordan. And then, then he had to step away from the sport. Allegations of gambling. And then
whatever happened there?
We played, yeah, exactly. And then we played the Rockets, and John Starks basically shits the bed on us when we could have brought in Rolando Blackman, and that's the reason we picked up Rolando Blackman that offseason, because he was such a consistent player. And Pat Riley just forgot that he was on the bench.
Wasn't there a thing when was the year you had Doc Rivers, but he couldn't play in the playoffs?
That was it.
Okay.
That was the year. Yeah, but Doc Rivers wasn't a scorer. He played really good defense, and I think for the Knicks, maybe he averaged maybe 8 to 10 points a game.
Okay, so nothing special. Okay.
No.
So you go through this entire stretch with Ewing in the 90s, and Ewing doesn't play in the second finals appearance that you guys made in the 90s, where you run into what turns out to be one of the greatest dynasties on all of sports, the Spurs, with Popovich and Tim Duncan in his rookie year. You guys don't have Ewing. You make it as an 8 seed. Did you feel you had any hope in that series, or was it just oh my God, this is a juggernaut?
No. I just wanted to be competitive, and we were competitive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
but it wasn't for the filthy Milwaukee Bucks hard fouling Patrick Ewing, and he fell and broke his wrist, and he wasn't able to continue. I mean, if we had Ewing, we probably would have went 6 or 7 games because he was such a juggernaut. I mean, he was such a juggernaut. The Chicago Bulls had to carry 5 centers on their roster just so they can put enough bodies on Ewing just to tire him down.
Oh yeah, if you play 82-0 and you get you play 82-0, you get Bulls from the 90s, you go to select a center, you get like 50 centers to choose from.
That's what I'm talking about. They even kicked the tires on a Robert Parrish who was like 20 years in.
Yeah, and he rode the bench the last 3 years there. I mean, come on, you can't do Chief like that.
Raise of hands. Whoever heard of Bill Wennington? Exactly. 6 fouls, though. He came with 6 fouls, though.
6 fouls and potential tech?
Yeah, 6 fouls. Yeah.
So you guys trade off Ewing after that season, or going into 2000, right? You traded him off to the Sonics in what turned out to be the largest trade in NBA history. That's before the Kevin Durant trade to the Spurs or to the Suns, or I don't know, one of the KD trades where it spanned like 7 teams and like 14 players. Had stupid stuff like that just for teams wanting to trade off salary. But that entire time, from once basically Ewing left the Garden, it was just nothing but mismanagement.
Well, the Knicks broke my heart when they traded our heart and soul, our enforcer, Charles Oakley, to the Toronto Raptors for Marcus Camby, a center who he was a power forward / center who was like 6'11", and maybe he weighed $175.
Yeah, so it was a stretch forward.
Yeah, and without Oakley, all those years, Ewing wouldn't have been Ewing because Oakley did all the dirty work for the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you were saying, we went ahead and we traded Ewing, and for about 20 years, we had one good year with Carmelo Anthony, and we got ousted in the first round by the Boston Celtics.
You also had a playoff appearance with Amari Stoudemire against the Heat, where Stoudemire had a broken hand.
Okay.
And I think that's the series you were talking about. I do remember the Knicks lost a series to the washed up Brooklyn Nets.
Timeout.
But they had okay.
What are you doing? Oh, baby, I'm on a video call. Your brother. He invited me on his podcast. Okay? So wait till I'm done. Turn the light off. Good go?
Yeah. All right. 3, 2. So you guys had, I think it was 2 playoff appearances the entire Carmelo Anthony run, and you ended up trading off Melo to go to the Thunder, and at that point you guys are just nothing. You had Kristaps Porzingis, and you didn't even care for Porzingis at all. You still don't like Porzingis.
No, he's nothing special.
But looking at it now, you guys.
And anyone who has a Porzingis jersey is grasping at straws.
Okay, whatever. He only says that because I have a Kristaps Porzingis Boston Celtics Finals jersey. Whatever. He has one of these with us. That's all that matters. But you guys go through COVID, going into what was it? Or we go into 2019 free agency where there was Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and they both spurned the Knicks.
Yes, they played them both. They played both of you guys New York got played by Kyrie and Kevin Durant. Boston knew what was up with Kevin Durant, or not Kevin Durant. They tried to get Durant. They knew what was up with Kyrie Irving. They already did that experiment. That went over well. But you guys also hoped to win the Zion Williamson sweepstakes. Didn't win that. You ended up with R.J. Barrett. RJ, he was decent for you guys. He was one of the main pieces.
Listen, I'm okay with missing out on double quarter pounder Zion Williamson. I'm okay with that. And I'm also glad that we got R.J. Barrett because he's one of the pieces that brought OG to the New York Knicks.
That's where I was fixing to get to. Him and Emmanuel Quickley, they didn't give Quickley the extension that he was asking for because he was wanting too much money. He's not a $30 million player. He's not even a $20 million player. But he gets straight. You guys end up signing Brunson in the... Well, what really kicked it off was signing Tom Thibodeau. And you guys brought in Julius Randle that offseason.
Yep.
And then that turns into... once he had those two, that turned into just you guys being like, oh my God, this is a good team. You guys bring in Brunson after that, the next season. And I think it was a cheap deal you guys brought him. It was like 4 for less than $100 million. And then
I think he got a little bit over $100 million. But everyone on ESPN, including Stephen A. Smith, who wants to be the #1 Knicks fan in the whole entire universe, did not like the Jalen Brunson signing for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, not many did. I will say Bill Simmons didn't like it. You were iffy about it at first. You're like, oh, we're giving this guy this much money?
Yeah, I did say that, but Bill Simmons thinks he invented basketball and podcasting.
He's the podfather. Anyways.
He's no Mad Dog Russo, I can tell you that.
They respect each other, okay? They respect each other.
One's in the Hall of Fame.
One has votes for NBA awards.
And Mad Dog Russo has MLB Hall of Fame votes, which should be bigger in your eyes because you're a baseball loyalist.
Look, then we need to both call up there and tell them to vote for Dave. Athena, what are we doing here? Anyways, so we are here now. The Knicks end up getting Karl-Anthony Towns for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. You like the trade. I was on the fence about it. I was like, the Wolves won this trade. Because I respected the hell out of what Randle did for you guys.
Yeah, Randle's a dog, but he's no Cat. I told you when we got Cat, he's a top 5 center in the league, and you didn't believe it.
No, I like Cat. I've always liked Cat. Karl-Anthony Towns, you guys brought him to space the floor. You guys were missing an actual center. You guys couldn't start Mitchell Robinson. He's not a starting center. He's a center that comes off the bench. That's all he is at most. No disrespect to Mitch, but, he couldn't stay healthy enough as a starter. And now, here we are, like, Mitch is going to free agency. Who knows what's going to happen there? But, the Knicks won the championship. They just went on a 16-3 run in the playoffs.
They had one of the most dominant postseason runs in NBA history. And if you really want to boil it down to the bone, they had the most scoring differential in all of NBA playoffs.
They did. And all 3 of their losses, I think it was by a combined 6 points.
Yeah.
So, they were right there in every single game. And
in all of NBA history, the leading scorer of point guards is Jalen Brunson in the NBA Finals points per game. That's
32.
Even more than this shooting guard who wants to be a point guard out in Golden State.
Okay. But Curry's good. He won the ununanimous MVP. Come on.
So what was MVP is MVP.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between MVP and unanimous MVP?
Everyone voted for him.
So you're saying there's some people who didn't vote for Brunson?
Yeah.
Did you see the postseason OG had?
Yes, that's what I was fixing to get to with OG when we were talking about the finals. I believe that before we get to the finals, I do want to say everybody under God's green earth had Mike Brown fired after you guys were down to Atlanta. Everybody wanted him gone. You wanted him gone. You were ready to ship him off. But you guys end up winning, what was it, 15 straight? Yeah, 15 straight.
15 straight and 2 sweeps.
Yeah. Putting away the Sixers. Putting away the Cavs.
Sixers, how'd they get to the second round?
They beat the Celtics in 7.
Who sat out Game 7 for the Celtics?
There was no sitting out. It was an injury. It was injury related.
Was it Tatum?
Okay. Tatum was out due to injury because he came back from an Achilles injury in the season.
Would it be the same injury that, Mitchell Robinson had a broken hand, but he played the finals?
You can play with a broken hand. You can't play with a strained calf when you just ruptured your Achilles in the other leg.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
But, do you think Larry Bird would have missed Game 7?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Do you think Kevin McHale or Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Scottie Pippen, or some guy who used to wear number 45 in Chicago, you think they would have missed Game 7?
Pippen sat out a game due to a migraine. So,
well, migraine's nothing to sneeze at. You ever have one?
Oh, plenty. Talking to you. Anyways.
Here we go.
So the Knicks go on this unbelievable heater. They go 15 straight in the playoffs. After losing 2 in the first round, they put away Philadelphia to where Philadelphia fired their president of basketball operations and Daryl Morey. They don't know. Nobody knows what they're going to do next. What move is next for them? They took away the soul of the Cavs in Game 1 when the Cavs were up. What was it, 20-something points? And they just only hunted points. James Harden in the fourth quarter. Yeah, 22 points in the fourth quarter. Come back and put it in overtime. And then Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, nothing. They just had no heart. It took it out of them. He killed him after Game 1. And Kenny Atkinson is still have a job after all of that, saying that they won the series analytically. I'm sorry. If you say that, you should not have a job. That's coming up with excuses. You're not saying, oh, if I'm a coach for that, I'm calling my players out. You have Evan Mobley, who's fixing to start making $50-something million in I think in 2 seasons. He doesn't average 20 points a game. I'm calling him out. James Harden, I'm calling out. Donovan Mitchell, I'm calling out. I'm calling everybody out.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, by far, was head and shoulders the best player on the Cavaliers team.
Mm-hmm. He's been the best player on that team since he walked through the door.
Their center,
Jared Allen. Yes.
Jared Allen. He, a couple years ago, he said he wasn't ready for the bright lights of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And he still didn't do anything in the playoffs this year, in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Do you remember who that series was against once he said that?
Yeah, the New York Knicks.
Yes.
When Mitchell Robinson basically owned him.
Yeah. So now we go to the finals. Knicks win Game 1. Knicks win Game 2 off of a Victor Wembanyama mishap. Pass it off of someone's back, and then Brunson got the rebound. Brunson got the pass.
He passed it off. He passed it off Dylan Harper.
Yeah, pass it off Harper's back. First off, what is Wemby doing with the ball there in that moment? Wouldn't one of your guards want to come to you? Or you would think, right?
Yep.
And then Wemby has the chance to win it, misses the game-winning shot. Game 2. Game 3, first game in New York, you guys lose. A lot of questionable calls. It seems like they were okay with all of this physical play, but once there was a certain physical play on a center from France, they were like, hey, now, we got to call this. It seemed like Karl-Anthony Towns was called for every single thing. If you breathed on him, come on.
Yeah, basically games 3, 4, and 5, Karl-Anthony Towns started the game with 2 fouls.
Yes.
They called his name onto the court. He started the game with 2 fouls.
Yeah. After tip-off, all right, 2 fouls on Cat. So game 4.
After Cat owned the big fondue in San Antonio the first 2 games. He owned him.
Yes.
That's the most dominant and physical I've seen Cat play for the New York Knicks since he's been there. Those first 2 games in the finals.
It was something to behold. I was like, oh my God, this is the Karl-Anthony Towns this is the reason why he went first overall whenever he was drafted. But you guys lose game 3, game 4. I was over there watching it with you, and it was like, wow, this is really happening. You guys are just getting pummeled. I left at halftime to go home. I turned the game on back in the late 4th quarter. You were listening to the game on the radio, and I didn't know what to believe. You guys come back down 29, the largest comeback in finals history.
Yep. Yeah, it was halftime, and I said, you know what? I've got to be up for work at 2:30 in the morning. I'm not doing this much longer. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to turn on the XM. I'm going to finish listening to it there. And I kept dozing in and out. We're cutting the lead. And when I heard the finish of that game, I think I maybe got an hour of sleep left the rest of the night. I was so excited.
Oh, yeah. I mean, playoff excitement off of a big one like that, you just can't sleep at all.
No.
You can't. Then that brings us to Game 5 in San Antonio. San Antonio went off on a big run, but you guys just kept it close. And, I'm sitting there listening to the game at work, and you're watching it, and I'm thinking, man, nobody's scoring but Brunson. Nobody's wanting to score. Nobody's shooting well. Because going into Game 5, I thought OG had a legit chance to win Finals MVP. I thought
Yeah.
OG,
I think
he averaged 21.
I think if Brunson didn't go off for 45, in Game 5, there was a good chance that OG was Finals MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he put the tip in. He did the tip in game 4 after the historic comeback. So Brunson goes off for Jalen Brunson is in company with Michael Jordan to score at least 45 points in a put-away game as a guard. Everyone will say, about these other players. As a guard, people don't look into it when they say as a guard. Jalen Brunson and Michael Jordan, the only 2 guards in NBA history to put 45 up in a closeout game.
Yes, sir.
And then Brunson gets his final MVP. And this is what brings us now. It's just crazy. I'm super happy for New York. Anytime the Celtics are put out, I want to see the Knicks do good if they're in the playoffs.
Yeah. Cloud9, like I said earlier, it's to be a part, to root for your team and have them win it all. You could hold your head up high until the start of the next season and say, hey, that's my team. We're the champions of the world.
Yes.
And for the New York Knicks to do that. And my father and I spent many seasons watching the games together I know that night he was extremely happy, smiling down, seeing the Knicks win.
That's great. That's awesome. But I think one thing that helped the Knicks win was Mike Brown using the bench and
Oh gosh, yeah.
trusting his bench and not just sticking with the same bench guys. Miles McBride had a horrible finals. He shot like 18% in the entire finals.
Oh God, that guy gets the ball, and these 5 fans, the same 5 fans of his fan club, go to every single one of the games, and they all chant "Deuce" all at once, and he thinks he's got to shoot from 55 feet.
So, they would put Landry Shamet in. Shamet shot 30% from 3. He's a 3-point specialist. We saw it in the Eastern Conference Finals where he missed 1 3-pointer the entire series. 12 of 13.
Eastern Conference Finals, he was white hot.
Yeah, untouchable.
He couldn't miss. He was, and then we sat for 9 days before the finals, and I think that cooled him off.
Yeah, and then whenever Shamet wasn't playing the best, you guys would go to Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson was getting paid good money in Utah. They buy him out. He's like, you know what? I want a chance to win, to contribute. He goes to New York, takes a vet minimum, and, in the few moments that he did play, he played phenomenal for you guys.
Yeah, you can't forget Jose Alvarado.
No, you guys gave up nothing for Alvarado. And New Orleans said, all right, you can have him.
Yeah. That guy's a dog.
Yes.
If we go into next season and he's our backup and we let Deuce walk, I'm okay with it.
Well, you have 100%. Deuce for another year. You have Deuce and Alvarado for one more season.
All right, well, we can get rid of Deuce.
Okay.
Deuce is Deuce.
Yeah. So, you got to bring everybody back to run it back, right?
Well, I don't think we're going to bring Clarkson back. I'd like to bring him back, and there's going to be a lot of teams going after Mitchell Robinson. And if the price, if they start asking too much for him, then we're gonna end up losing him.
Yeah, because right now Mitch is the longest tenured Knick on the team. Been there since I think 2018 draft, but your Knicks, while your Knicks are winning, and raised the championship. We are unfortunately New York Mets fans.
Before we go on to the next subject,
and it seems like
the New York Knicks.
What about the Knicks? You cut out there.
Yeah, we're the first team in NBA history to win the NBA Cup and the finals.
Yeah. So for everybody that was given James Dolan to saying, no, we're not going to raise a banner for the cup like all these other teams have. Cough, cough, Lakers, cough, cough, Bucks. They get to actually raise a banner. But that brings us, unfortunately, to talking about the Mets. It's not easy being a Mets fan. Jesus Christ.
Never is.
Never is. The Mets are sitting at 33 and 41 right now. Bit nauseating, I would say. The Mets payroll is sitting at $383.5 million. Since last season, the Mets have batted .239. The Mets ERA the Mets used the most pitchers in a season's history last year. They've already used 24 this season. Last season, we only used 16 position players. This year, we already are at 15. Last year, we used 16 starting pitchers. Right now, we are already halfway there. Our starting pitchers, on average, aren't making it to the fifth inning. And we have a whole lot of potential free agents after this year, with Bo Bichette potentially opting out, AJ Minter, David Peterson, Freddie Peralta, Brooks Raley, Luis Robert Jr. as a team option, Clay Holmes as a player option, Tyrone Taylor. Next season is Mania, Weaver, Polanco, and Tyler McGill, depending on if we even keep him. But with how our starting pitcher is, we're going to have to keep him.
Listen, I'm going to go back to the offseason. And when that pencil pusher, David Stearns, decided to let the heart and soul of the New York Mets, our core players, the polar bear Pete Alonso, never should have left. He should have been a Met for life, just like David Wright. Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil. Can you name one player in MLB who's got more fire in his belly than Jeff McNeil?
I couldn't tell you.
No. We lose our core players. Yes, I understand we haven't never won with our core players, but they were the heart and soul of our team.
Yes,
and
they
David,
were.
And David Stearns wanted to talk about run defense, this, that, and the other. Look how many different players he's played at first base this year compared to Pete Alonso, who hasn't missed a single game for Baltimore.
Pete Alonso only missed, I think 15 games in his 6 years with us. And one of them he was hurt for 10 games. Other than that, he plays every day. This year, the Mets have started Jared Young, Jorge Polanco, Brett Beatty, Mark Vientos at first. That's just off the top of my head.
I don't understand what Uncle Stevie's waiting on to pull the trigger to get rid of Stearns and Mendoza. The season's already lost. The season's lost. It's over with. 65% of the Mets fans have already checked out.
It's rough. It's not easy. This season at all just doesn't make it easy at all. I don't know. Jeff, I forget his name. Jeff Passan, the lead ESPN reporter for MLB. He put out a list of 100 players that could potentially be dealt at before the deadline or at the deadline, and there is 8 New York Mets on that list. And surprisingly, Mark Vientos is on that list. I don't know who. I couldn't tell you who would want Mark Vientos. I couldn't tell you. Not a soul. I'm curious on what. Luke Weaver, he's gone. Brooks Raley, he's gone. AJ Minter, he's gone. It's frustrating. As everyone can see, I'm a huge Met fan. Die hard. Dad, you're a huge Met fan. Die hard. We get MLB TV every year.
Yep. I've had Sirius XM since you were 7 years old?
7 or 8, yeah.
Yeah, I've got the lifelong subscription to it. And I got it just to listen to the New York Mets. Yep. I listen to more baseball games than I do watch. I probably listen to about 80 games a year, and then the rest I'll watch. But this year, I could say I think I've only watched maybe 5 Mets games. They're disgusting. They're filthy. They've got no heart.
No heart. It's for instance, I put them on the other day when they played the Cardinals. Freddie Peralta's last start at home. And it was 5-0 after the second inning. So what is the point? So what's the point?
Yeah, I went on my nightly walk last night, and I put it on. Senga, walk, 3-run blast. Next batter, solo blast. I said, forget this. I turned it off.
Yeah. And then today Nolan McLean pitches his heart out, and we win 9-1.
Yeah, sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while.
Hey, Nolan McLean in his last 4 starts, an ERA under 2. He fixed it. He's fixed. It's all good.
He's fixed?
Water under the bridge.
Yeah, okay.
Now, I can't speak for Sean Manaea. Sean Manaea just had one good start. Everyone's raving about it. David Peterson, I wanted him gone 2 seasons ago.
He was an all-star last year.
We should have traded him then.
I wish we would have traded Senga after our first year when his stock was highest. You told me no. You said, no, we can't do that. This guy's a Japanese phenom.
There's still teams over last offseason that were calling for Senga. We told them no.
Yeah, well, now you can't get a bag of used baseballs for him.
You can't even pitch him. He pitches, 4 innings at most now? Like, come on, man. Our bullpen is taxed beyond belief. We're having to pitch guys like 4 days in a row nowadays where everyone's like, oh, you got to watch how hard you throw. Oh, it's annoying. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But before you go, I do want to tell you this. This is some news from an article that just came out. Woody Johnson, owner from the Jets, says that he believes that he can front run the team to go under a complete rebrand and move the team out of New Jersey and put them in Long Island.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he says he wants to separate from the identity of the Giants.
That's good. He should have done that a long time ago. Instead of being cheap.
I agree.
And paying rent to the New York Giants. Just like the Chargers, they never should have left San Diego.
I agree.
I don't think any team should be sharing stadiums.
No, league's too big. You make too much money to share a stadium.
Exactly.
Are you serious?
Exactly. Goodell's sitting there with all this money in his hands, but he can't put his foot down and say, Chargers, get your own stadium in San Diego. Jets, get your own stadium back in New York City.
Yep. So, you're a Buccaneers fan.
I am.
Last season didn't go the way it wanted for you.
No, injuries got the best of us second half of the year. We started off
It
hot,
did.
6-2. We even beat the Super Bowl champions in Seattle.
Yeah, I watched that game with you.
Yep.
I think that was the last.
Wearing the best throwback uniforms in all of football.
I think the Giants throwbacks are pretty nice. The 80s Giants?
Not as nice as the creamsicles.
We could debate that. But, Baker Mayfield going to a contract year, doesn't want to talk once, training camp starts. That's a big deal. You lose Mike Evans.
It is. I'm worried about that. Yeah.
How do you think
okay
Evans,
with Mike Evans? And
you're okay with Evans leaving?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
His last 4 or 5 years, he's been so injured.
Yeah.
His hamstrings are like string cheese. And he's not. His better days are well behind him. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame as a Buccaneer. He's going to be in the Ring of Honor as a Buccaneer. He won a ring as a Buccaneer. I'm okay with him going to a different team and us letting these younger wide receivers who are all studs.
Yeah. Now you just hope Ibuka doesn't disappear like he did last year.
Well, he had a really bad injury about halfway through the season, and I think he played through it. I think that's what his issue was.
Yeah, so, Baker played through an injury. That's what hurt Baker in the end of his career in Cleveland. Was just him playing through injuries. Sometimes you gotta be like, "Hey, I'm hurt."
Yeah, I agree. He's got too much dog in him. He always has something to prove. He always wants to prove the naysayers wrong. But if he would have sat for a game or two and gotten healthy and let Teddy Bridgewater play, who is a decent backup.
Yeah.
And even if we went 1-1 or 2-0, then Baker would have come back healthy. I mean, there was MVP talks of Baker Mayfield in the first half of that season.
There was. You guys played great. I mean, I remember that game you guys beat Houston early in the season. In Houston on Monday Night Football.
Yep.
That was a great game.
Yep. And I'm okay with Levante David retiring because I've watched every single Buck game for the last 5 years. And this past season, he's missed the season that just passed. He must have missed 20 tackles.
Yeah. He was definitely missing a step.
Yeah. He's no Derek Brooks.
Derek Brooks is a 1 of 1.
Way better than Urlacher.
Way better. Zach Thomas better Urlacher.
I don't know. Urlacher, he probably one of the most overrated middle linebackers in all of football.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
He know Lawrence Taylor.
I'd take Jonathan Velma over Urlacher. I mean that. But all right, Dad. Thank you for being on. So everybody has a sign off. What would your sign off be?
My sign off?
Yes.
I don't have one, bud. I really don't, man. I appreciate you having me on. I really do. And virtual press box for life, baby.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, bud.
And here we are with Griffin Fountain. Griffin, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. We're hanging in there.
Yes, we are. For anybody that doesn't know, this recording has been literally hell. Oh my goodness. But we're here. The finals ended last week. Officially now last week. Griff, what's your outlook on the finals now that we're a week past?
It's still just kind of crazy. What a performance by Jalen Brunson.
Literally, like, nobody thought when Brunson left Dallas he was going to be anything close to this.
No, I mean, you would have thought he would have been good, but you wouldn't expect him to be so clutch. You know, a lot of people are even saying he's the greatest Nick ever now. I still think it's a little early for that, personally.
Well, Walt Clyde Frazier has 2 rings.
He's won.
He's 1. Ewing is 2. I don't care what anybody says. Ewing is number 2.
I will concede that Brunson's 3.
Brunson's top 5. We'll just leave it at that. Because you also got Willis Reed. Then you have Earl Monroe. I mean, you have a lot of stuff to look at here. But we saw a few questionable things, a few different things from the finals. We saw Dylan Harper playing like he just is ready for any big moment in his life.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan Harper, I don't think anyone was expecting him to come out and, as a rookie, be honestly the only consistent thing on the Spurs team.
Yeah. So consistent to the point that, people in his camp already are going to be like, hey, like, this man needs to start.
I don't even think it's the camp. I think if you're the Spurs, you really got to be considering it now.
Do you kind of have to look yourself in the mirror and say, what do we have with De'Aaron Fox?
I feel like you have to, a little bit. I do think De'Aaron Fox is still a good player, but, when you have a guy like Dylan Harper that is played great all through the playoffs, you got to look at it. And I will say, I think Dylan Harper was hurt for a majority of the playoffs.
Harper or Fox? Because Fox was hurt for sure.
Fox. Yeah, Fox. My bad.
Yeah, he was definitely hurt. He had a rolled ankle. And because when they asked him about it, has your ankle? And he goes, well, it's going to be good for about another 2 weeks. You
And you
know?
could see it. He was definitely overthinking some of the shots that he usually always makes.
Oh yeah, especially like the shot against OG, where all he had to do was dribble it out.
Yeah,
All he had to do is dribble it out, and then he goes to lay it up, and OG pulled off his best LeBron James 2016 imitation
yeah,
block. The blocked. Iguodala was laying up, blocked by James. That kind of moment. OG Anunoby with one of the greatest, blocks in the finals right there. Because that leads to the Knicks getting it, calling timeout, and then the OG tip in.
yeah. And it's one of those things. De'Aaron Fox is used to being the fastest guy on the court.
Yes.
That's part of his game.
That's his thing. Everyone says, oh, Fox is the fastest guy on the court. And, whenever you have a bad ankle like that, there's nothing you can do.
No. I mean, it's hard to overcome that.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't matter how many cortisones you get put in your ankle or what. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to hurt. Like, you're going to be
even-
hurting.
I don't even know if they can do it like they did in the old days.
Oh my God, no! You rolled your ankle in the old days. They're gonna give you what like with Willis Reed. He tore his quad, and then Willis Reed comes back out there, and that's like the big Here comes Willis Reed back out of the court. That man he didn't do anything when he came back out there. He played like 11 minutes and put up like 2 points. Like obviously they gave him like a horse tranquilizer in his thigh, but. Now you have regulations, whatever. Bring me back to sports when men were men. How about that?
Yeah. He definitely didn't pull off a Kurt Angle.
No! Kurt Angle with a broken freaking neck won the Olympics. Gold medal, baby. That is the top performance ever with somebody injured. I don't care who you are or what you say.
Yeah, a broke neck. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever.
But it's still, and it was great to see everyone on the Knicks did their role.
Yes. Do you think the Knicks will suffer from the curse of Moore? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Like, there's the potential of it, but is Karl-Anthony Towns going to want more? Not really. We've seen how he plays whenever he gets more. Josh Hart's not going to want more. Josh Hart admitted it to himself. If I'm the first or second best player in your team, we're in the lottery.
Yeah.
He said it himself a few days ago on his podcast.
And I feel like they've kind of set the blueprint a little bit. And we've seen it the last few years. With teams, you have to have probably like 5 or 6 guys that could be the first option on a team.
I don't know if it goes that far, because do you trust OG as a full-time full option?
We have to think about it. He was a first option in Toronto.
His biggest issue was his health. It was like, and then once, look at the guy, they traded him off for almost nothing.
What was it?
It was RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and a first.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's not a little.
Yeah, that was the Knicks at the time. The Knicks starting small forward and their 6th man.
Yeah.
And then stupidly, I will add, Toronto gave Emmanuel Quickley a max contract.
Yeah, no, that's silly. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cat. Well, it's been 10 years ago that he was the number 1 overall pick.
10 or 11, yeah. It's somewhere in that range.
And Brunson, he's obviously the number 1 guy. Cat was the first option up until Ant got drafted, then he was the second option. Then Mikal was the first option in Brooklyn.
Oh, Mikal Bridges, yeah.
So you have to really look at these guys, and it was probably a stupid trade.
What, the Mikal Bridges trade? 5 first round? Yeah.
Giving up 5 first round picks for Mikal
in
Bridges.
In hindsight, Yes, but
It won him a championship.
it won him a championship. You know,
So
I mean,
everything
at that
else,
point, you can't say anything because guess what? He is etched in immortality in New York sports fandom.
yes.
Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, I mean,
And
he doesn't
everybody
have.
knows. Everybody knew their role, and that's why
Everybody knows their role,
they won.
and that is why they won because, you know, it's what's great about it. And are they going to? Did they reinvent the wheel with how to build a team now in this current CBA? You don't know because it also has to matter with how much your ownership is willing to spend.
Yeah. And I mean,
And
obviously, they're willing to spend a lot because I mean,
not
you got
not a whole lot though, because ownership has came out and said that well, we're not going in the second apron.
well, still, but right now, if you look at everyone's contract on that team, it's all a little nasty.
Yeah, currently Towns fixing to go to $61 million for the next 2 years.
Brunson, it's time for him to get paid.
I don't even want to think about what that's going to look like.
He's going to get a 5 for 250, 280.
Something. Yeah, he's going to get. Man, he might get $300 million.
He might.
I mean, at that point, what he just did, he carried your team from whatever they were for,
Wasn't much.
No. Not much at all.
But no, I think the Knicks will be a problem for another couple of years.
I think so too. I think their window is it has about 3 more years left, depending on what happens and who they keep and all that stuff, and obviously health. I think they'll have another 3 years of being like legit contenders. It also depends. Their window also depends on what the Pistons do. Depends on what the Celtics do, and then if anything else happens in the East.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I mean, the Pistons and the Celtics are the only teams, and let's not forget the Pacers. Halliburton coming back.
Yes, you do have Halliburton coming back. Different team, obviously. But Halliburton, they were there.
Yeah, no, I mean, Halliburton had a moment in MSG, and now the Knicks fans will remember that one for they'll never forget it.
Rest of their life. Rest of their life. So where are you right now with the Spurs? What do you think are some stuff that they have to do?
I don't think they have to do much, honestly.
I feel like some bench scoring would be nice, but they're also a young team. So, Thomas Bryant could develop into that guy. Are you going to keep Champagnie? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would, if I was the Spurs, I would try to run it back as much as I could. Wemby, I don't want to criticize him because he's still averaged 20 points.
He averaged almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, but he has to figure out some kind of go-to shot.
He has to figure out a go-to shot, and they have to manage his stamina better. That man was sucking wind. It seemed like the entire playoffs he was tired.
Yeah. And what was it? Game 1, I think? You cannot allow Josh Hart to grab 16 rebounds.
No!
You just cannot allow that.
No! If Josh Hart's a scrappy forward, he's going to get about 8. All right, that's about fair. To double that? Are we serious?
Yeah.
All we heard about all throughout the year, the Spurs with the size and their depth. Well, guess what? Their depth didn't play too well, and once your depth doesn't play well, size don't matter.
Yeah, no, I mean, Wemby was gassed. I feel like they did a good job of bringing him out of the paint.
Yes,
So
because
that,
you have to stretch them. You have to stretch them out.
yeah, and maybe that's something they need to really consider is don't let Wemby be standing 30 feet out.
No,
Like,
not
that
in the
shouldn't be
slightest.
happening.
No.
Like, what do you think Tim Duncan is thinking watching that?
What do you think Kevin Garnett's thinking?
No, Tim Duncan especially.
Yeah, Timmy would be like, I don't know what Timmy would think, man. He would ride someone's ass for sure. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And if Pop was still the coach,
Oh my
that
god,
would not be happening.
this team would be a whole different thing if Pop was still there.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, I don't want to trash him, but if he can just figure out a go-to shot from about 10, 12 feet out.
You give it to me at the elbow.
Yeah. He was money from it all year.
He was. Give us a hook shot. Give us a jump hook. Something.
If Wemby developed a jump hook, that would be... He would never be blocked.
No. What if you know what, Wemby? Give us a midi. Just a mid, like a Chris Paul 2 at the free throw line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he just had a midi that was just cash money, that would be a whole lot different. There's no reason to be pulling up threes so much. You know, you need to be down in the paint.
Yes. Imagine, whenever Brunson had the ball, we knew where he was going. He was going to cross you over, he was going to dribble left, and he was going to fade away.
Yeah.
Come on.
And, yeah, I mean, you have to be in a position where you can help.
Yes.
But
you have to.
And he wasn't. Maybe their defense needs to adjust to switching more.
Yes.
Wemby just kind of patrol the paint. Everyone stay on the perimeter.
Yeah, you kind of have to run a zone with him out there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a zone defense, I mean, then you're gonna be vulnerable to the three at times. But if you ask me, I'll let a team live and die by the three.
Yes.
Unless you have literally 2017 Golden State.
Or what was it, 2024 Celtics, where all they did was just shoot threes and they drained them all. Yeah, 24 Celtics, yeah. Other than that, you're fine.
So, I mean, Brunson, he's a good 3-point shooter, but
yeah,
he's not overly crazy with it.
No. Now, did you see the close-up footage of Brunson's 3-pointer? That ended up getting the tip in for OG. Did you see that Wemby got his fingers on it? And if Wemby didn't get his fingers on it, that was going to go in.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Wemby had the smallest piece of his fingertip touch the ball.
No, I didn't see that. Honestly.
Yeah, I didn't they just I saw the replay a few days ago, but it's something for sure. So now, Griff, finals are over. Here's the fun part: the off season. But the off season's kind of lame. Free agency is dead. Thank you, CJ McCollum. Thank you, CJ McCollum, for ruining.
How's this CJ's fault?
He's the president of the Players Association.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things. It's teams now. I mean, they would much rather overpay for their guys than to really let them go out in the free agency and see what they can get.
That's why bird rights are a thing. Yeah, that's why.
And no one uses the
restricted free agency anymore.
Yeah, no one uses it right.
It's dead.
I mean, if I'm the Pistons right now, I'm sitting and waiting to see what people offer during.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. Jalen Duren is not worth the max. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. And if a team wants to pay him the max, and that's too much money for us, fine.
Sign and trade. Sorry, I'll do a sign and trade so he get his money. I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
You're gonna reciprocate me because I'm letting go of a All NBA center.
Yeah, no, I agree. But you can't, like, that's where a lot of teams are messing up. They're just pigeonholing themselves.
Yes,
Because they don't want to lose a player.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we really want to keep him, but why? Like, why don't you just, do something instead?
Yeah, let the league, see what the league thinks.
Yeah, honestly,
You know,
like Austin Reeves a few years ago when he went to free agency, no one offered him. Why? When he was a restricted free agent, Austin Reeves, all those years ago, nobody gave him an offer. Are you serious? No one's gonna be like, I could use Austin Reeves off the, as a starting shooting guard.
yeah,
No one offered him. That's why the Lakers are able to keep him for so cheap. Like, are you shitting? Like, come on, you're ruining it.
And it's one of those things is that no team has money
No.
because they're all freaking pigeonholed.
Yeah, they're all they're handcuffed. Like, do you think, like, for some honest to God reason, we're gonna, our Gimme 5 is 5 of the worst contracts in sports. Do you think if Joel Embiid was getting paid 3 for 187, it'd be a different story? Or Paul George with his max contract that he extended? Or Zach LaVine re-upping for his $49 million player option? Now, come on. Let's be serious. Zach LaVine's not worth 49. He's not. I wouldn't say LaVine's even worth 20.
No.
No. They're saying James Harden is going to sign for like 2 for 60 altogether, so 30 a year. No.
Yeah, I mean, Zach LaVine isn't better than James Harden. James Harden is great. He's not 2016 Harden, but he's not bad.
No. He's not.
I mean, I don't even think Zach LaVine played last year. Hardly.
They were tanking. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
They're like, hey, do you have any sort of injury? He's like, I guess. All right, cool. You're not going to play. Like, that's the same team that gave, I'm blanking on his name. They gave Dennis Schroeder 3 for 45. Like, why? And then they trade him as soon as they can.
You couldn't pay someone to have Dennis Schroeder on your team last year.
No, he got traded 4 times.
Yeah, and a lot of times it was for nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the Kings, they're going to be the Kings.
That's it. The Kings are the Kings.
It's crazy to think they had Halliburton, De'Aaron Fox, and Mike Brown that were all in the last 2 finals.
And Domantas Sabonis. And they had somebody else. I think. No, Buddy Hield wasn't there. Okay, Buddy Hield was long gone at that point.
They got DeRozan, but
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it didn't work with the Bulls, so it's gonna work with us. Whatever.
Yeah.
So Griffin, the latest here on Giannis Antetokounmpo is that a trade might happen tomorrow. It's from what I'm reading, it's going to be a draft day trade. Draft is on Tuesday. I've also read that the Hawks are talking to the Pelicans for pick 8, and the Pelicans, the main piece in that deal would be Trey Murphy.
The Pelicans are talking. Okay.
So
the
Atlanta.
Hawks have pick 8, right?
Yes. It was the Pelicans pick originally.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I wouldn't give up Trey Murphy for the 8th pick.
No, I wouldn't either.
I think that's
he's not on a bad contract.
No. It's a manageable contract. I don't know, man.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know about. I know you personally, you want to see Trey Murphy on the Celtics.
I do. I want to see Trey Murphy and Herb Jones. And then, if I could add one more thing, Domantas Sabonis. I just feel like he's a winning player.
Yeah. Let's So what do you think's gonna happen with the Jaylen Brown?
I don't know. I would love to sound confident and say he's going to stay a Celtic. And him and Jason Tatum are going to ride off to the sunset together whenever they eventually retire. It's not going to go that way. It's not. I feel like Jaylen Brown's camp is too quiet right now.
Yeah, so you think there's some kind of deal moving in the shadows?
There's something. There's something.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I don't want him to go. But what's that going to leave me? I don't know. As a Celtics fan, I want him to stay. I feel like all we need is a center, and we're fine. We need a center, and please more scoring off the bench, because Peyton Pritchard can't do it by himself.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, we'll see what happens. Definitely in some of the mock trades that I've been seeing that involve him and Giannis, which isn't probably going to happen anymore.
Giannis can go to Miami. Go team with Bam Adebayo, who's never been an all-NBA player. Go team with him. Put up 83 points on one of the worst teams ever.
But I feel like in some of the mock trades with him and Giannis, I felt like Jaylen Brown was undervalued.
I agree. I saw a mock trade where the Bucks wanted Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, and 3 first-round picks.
That's just crazy. Like, I agree. Giannis is like a generational. I'll say generational talent.
You want to know what's not generational, though? The chemistry that he has with Tatum.
I mean, it's not great.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Ricky, I mean, you cannot say that the season that Tatum was out for 85% of the season was your favorite season so far. And you get bounced in round 1.
And then Jaylen Brown, at the end of the season, goes, I feel like this is my favorite game of the year.
Yeah, in Game 7, whenever Tatum didn't play. So, whatever was there is not there anymore.
Yeah, that's a subject for a different time. But now, Griffin, we have some fun to get into here. It is time for the best segment of the show. Everyone's favorite segment. World-renowned segment. Gimme 5.
Self-high five.
All right, so today's Gimme 5 is 5 of the worst contracts in all sports. NBA, whatever sport, NFL, MLB, MLS, if you're into that, NHL, all of it. 5 players of the worst contract. Griffin, number 5 for you.
I'm going to start at number 5. It might be a little too early to say it. But we talked about it earlier. The Aaron Fox's max kicks in next season.
The 2029-2030 season, there's only going to be 3 players paid more than De'Aaron Fox.
As of now.
As of now, those 3 players are SGA, SGA, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum.
And it's hard to do that.
It is.
you have a guy like Dylan Harper
Yeah.
sitting there ready for that spot,
Mm-hmm.
ready for the spotlight. So we'll have to see how all that plays out. It might be another. I mean, Dylan Harper's rookie. What, you got 3 more years?
3 more years, and then he's
Until you gotta
restricted.
So you got to worry about that, really?
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. So, number 5 for me, I have Xander Bogaerts from the San Diego Padres. He signed an 11-year deal for $280 million at age 30.
Ugh.
And he's been playing like a bottom half shortstop ever since he signed from Boston. And it's roughly like $25 million a year until the contract runs out. And the Padres are stuck with it. No one's going to pay him that contract.
If I'm 30 years old and someone offers me an 11-year contract, you better believe I'm signing this thing, and I'm playing until I'm 41.
Where to, buddy? Where do I sign? You'll be like, all right, right here? Here's the dotted line right here.
It's like, have you seen that one clip of Shannon Sharp? He's like, for 30 million, I go to hell.
30 million, I go to hell. Yeah. All right, Griffin, number 4 for you.
Number 4, I'm going to say it. Joel Embiid.
I have Embiid on here. I'll say Embiid as well to go with you so we can both talk about this. Embiid signed his extension forever ago, it seems like. 3 for $187. There is 2 years for $137 million left.
Which sucks, honestly, if you're a Sixers fan.
Yes.
Whenever Embiid plays,
oh my God, he's
great.
When Embiid plays, he's a top 5 center, and that hurts for me to say because I can not stand the man. I do not like Joel Embiid.
Whenever he's healthy, I would even go say he might be top 5 player, not just center.
I mean, he plays great.
I mean, whenever he's 100%, he is amazing.
Oh my God.
If you only get probably 5 games a year, he's 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays 39 games a year, and he's 70%.
Yeah.
And the 70% is still amazing, but you just can't rely on it.
No, you can't. You can't rely on it.
No, and you're... Yeah, it's hard to justify it.
It is. It's really, really hard. Because he won an MVP for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, he was amazing.
Yeah. But
I mean, he's efficient. Like, as a big man, he has the purest shot I think I've ever seen from a big man.
I will argue Karl-Anthony Towns on that. But yeah, he still does have a great shot. Like, if Joel Embiid was able to play like a 2K season with no injuries off, right? He might average 30 and 15.
Yeah. I mean, he has a deeper bag than Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yes, he does.
Like, whenever he gets in like that 20-foot fadeaway,
it's
cash. It's cash money.
Yeah. I hate that I'm complimenting Joel Embiid here. I feel filthy.
But when you have played less games than you've sat out, you just can't do it.
You can't.
You're not going to accomplish anything.
No, you're not. So that was my number 4 as well. So Griffin, number 3 for you.
I'll switch it up and go to football here.
Okay.
We're going to go with Deshaun Watson.
Oh, was it $53 million this year? Oh, the last year of Deshaun Watson's ultra mega malpractice contract. Was it 5 years for just too much money, fully guaranteed? Man, oh man. If I'm Cleveland, you know what? You're starting all 17 games this year. I don't care how hurt you are, dude. You're going out there and you're going to take snap under center every single play. No shotgun formation this year, buddy.
Yeah, this is your prove it year.
Yeah. How bad?
Whether it goes good or bad, this is
Huh?
your prove it year, buddy.
How bad do you want this extension, huh?
Yeah, so, I mean, which sucks because whenever he was in Houston,
He was good.
He was
And
good.
then he sat out.
And the
Here's the thing that gets me about Deshaun Watson. In November of, I want to say, the 2021 or 22 season, he signed the extension. And then, that offseason, he requested a trade.
Yeah, that's stupid. Don't sign a huge contract with a team unless you're
Exactly. Don't sign if you're just going to request a trade 6 months later.
Yeah. I mean, it's stupid.
It's very stupid.
Then the Cleveland to trade for him.
Was it 4 first-round picks?
I don't think it was 4. I don't know if you can do 4.
Regardless.
I know it was 2.
Too damn much. How about that?
Yeah.
So moving on to my number 3, I have Miles Turner.
Okay.
He signed 4 for 108, 27 a year. He's stuck in Milwaukee. He's gonna be there in Milwaukee. No one's gonna trade for him. If he's been literally, I want to say it was like what, 8 years in a row. Everyone was like, "Oh, Miles Turner could get traded." After year 3, it's like, okay, let's see if he really gets traded. Never gets traded, makes it to the finals, doesn't show up.
Yeah. No, I mean, I told you this when they signed them, that this contract is going to age like milk.
Yes, this is a garbage contract. And they got rid of Damian Lillard for this.
Yes, and when he didn't put up any double-digit stats in all of the finals. He didn't get 10 points in a game. He didn't get 10 rebounds in a game. He was just out there doing cardio.
Timeout. There is breaking news in the NBA world. Aaron Wiggins from the Thunder has been traded to the Hawks for 2 future second-round picks.
Okay.
Yeah. That news just broke.
I would do that. 2 seconds.
Yeah. I think
The
he
Bulls
has,
could-
what, a year or 2 left? But,
Yeah.
but all right. Yeah, Miles Turner, we both agreed. Garbage contract. He's not going to do nothing. He's not going to do anything in Milwaukee, especially with Giannis leaving. Nothing good is going to happen there. But,
No.
Griffin, that leads us to your number 2.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm listening.
If I could get a hold of this man's agent, I would be forever grateful.
I think we know where we're going here.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I don't know how he keeps getting these huge contracts. And it just doesn't make any sense.
What was it, like 4 for 88?
Yeah. And he's going, and you are drafting number 1 overall, getting a quarterback.
Yeah.
Who is an amazing prospect.
Mhm.
Don't know how he's going to be in the league yet. You know, you can never tell with stuff like that.
Jury's still out. Jury's out still. You don't know yet.
Which, I mean, I guess that's like their backup plan if you think he's an absolute bust.
I mean, it's a solid backup quarterback to have.
Yeah, but he's not worth
$88 million? No.
No. For a backup?
Hell no. Whatever.
You know how many vets are in the league still that could go out there and play meaningful football?
Yeah. You're telling me you couldn't call up Arizona and be like, hey, or you could have signed Gardner Minshew. Or you could have been like, hey, we'll take Jacoby Brissett off your hands, Arizona. But whatever.
Which I understand. He's going to go out there and he's going to be a teacher more than anything to
Yeah.
Mendoza.
Yes.
But how much is a teacher worth?
Exactly.
So we will see. There's definitely worse contracts in the league. I could honestly probably said this one before Deshaun Watson, but still,
At least
I
Watson's an expiring.
yeah.
But all right, Griff. My number 2. This man, many didn't think he'd have this career trajectory that he's on right now. He's on the last year of his rookie extension that he signed in 2022.
What? So he was in the 2018 draft?
I don't know which draft he was in. He signed a contract for 4 for 128 and immediately gets traded as soon as the extension years were going to happen in a big trade. This is Poole Party himself. Jordan Poole is in the final year of his contract. I don't see him starting any games at all. He got relegated to the bench from Portland. He still has $34 million owed to him this year. If I'm New Orleans, I'm saying, please, I will eat $20 million of this contract. Somebody take him off our hands.
Yeah. So, do you think that there will be another pool party in New Orleans next year?
No. No. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But, all right, Griff, number 1 for you.
Number 1, I'm going Mr. 2016 Dunk Contest champion, Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine. Fucking A. Accepted his player option because he didn't want to leave no money on the table. Tell me.
I mean, I wouldn't.
That says you're a selfish player. Oh my god. Don't give me that.
Every player is selfish, alright? No matter. I don't care. I mean, you cannot tell me that if you are in a very bad looking spot in your career and you still have a player option left for 40, 45?
I think it's 48.
48 million left on the table. You could either get that or at the max, someone's going to pay you like 20 million.
Oh, whatever.
You're accepting that option, Mickey. Don't say you're not. Alright. I don't care if it's greedy. I'm doing the same thing.
So, my number 1 is a baseball contract. He also happens to be playing for the San Diego Padres. It is Manny Machado. When it's all said and done, the contract will end up being 11 for $350 million. Let's see here. I just had it pulled up. Machado is getting paid $25 million a year. He was under contract for ages, and I mean ages with this team. He signed. Yeah, it was a stupid extension. Yeah, he signed in 2019 a 10-year deal for $300 million. And then that hadn't wrapped up until 2028. We get to 2022. He's like, hey, I might opt out. Give me more money. Or give me more years on my contract. So, instead of the contract expiring when he's 35, this contract will expire whenever he is 41 years old. And what's even worse about it, it's a back-loaded contract. So $25 million is literally the median of it. The second highest rate he'll get in his contract. From 2027 until 2033, he will be getting paid $39 million.
See, baseball contracts just scare me. Like, I'm not signing a guy for 11 years.
The Mets did it with Juan Soto.
I'm just not doing that. I mean, alright. In hindsight, do you think that there should be less years allowed on contracts?
No
So you-
fixed years on contracts.
So you like these 11-year contracts?
Do I like them? I don't know if I like them. Are they part of the sport? Yes.
And it's also different because you don't have a salary cap in baseball.
Yes.
So it's just however much money the owner wants to dish out.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that, but still, if there was some kind of salary cap, which they need to,
Well, they're going to discuss it, but you hear that? There's the whistle. That means show is over. The end whistle of today's episode. Griffin, thank you for joining me for the back half of this episode, for this piggyback start, some might say. Everybody, this next episode of the Virtual Press Box is going to be a very, very fun one. It's a personal project of mine that I've been wanting to do for ages, and everybody finally joined in. It will be a redraft of the 2007 NFL Draft.
or will our next one be? Are we gonna live the NBA draft?
Maybe, actually, maybe that depends.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We might live stream on Tuesday. Actually, might live stream on Tuesday and see how the live stream goes. But the next planned recording episode is the redraft of the 2007 NFL Draft. No Gimme 5, no catching up in the world of sports. Specifically, 2007 redraft with me, Nick, Griffin, and Drake Rolling rounding up the rear. But until then, everybody, I'm Ricky Ramos. Griffin, thank you for joining me. What is your sign-off for today?
Titans are back.
Titans are back. All right. For me, I'm ready for some Shams bombs, baby.
Yeah, no. I have Shams notifications.
I have Shams notifications on as well. But until then, everybody, thank you for joining us.
Put it in the box!
So long, everybody.